guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. If you're new and if you're a return subscriber, mwah, thank you. So I'm excited. Today video, I am going to be answering a question that one of my beautiful followers and subscriber submitted to me on my Instagram stories. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, make sure you guys are at Jasmine Resco. I'll have a link right here somewhere. But I have a question box each week. I will post a little question box and ask you guys, what would you like for me to talk about on my YouTube channel? So I'm gonna be answering one of the questions that was submitted. So the question I got was how to be able to overcome things that happened in the past. That is a really good question. I feel like today, sometimes people don't really deal with things that happen in their past. And it could be childhood, it could be preteen, young adult, depending on your age, right? It could be yesterday, something that happened yesterday. So how to be able to overcome things that happened in the past? I love that question. I was once that person who didn't address the past. I just kept progressing, moving forward. And it didn't hit me until I was around 22, I think, 21 or 22. That's when I started going to therapy. Because I had a lot of things in my past, childhood trauma, in my preteens, and even at the beginning of my young adulthood. So those were things that, those were very prominent, years that can help shape and mold you to who you become and start to become as a young adult, right? So how to be able to overcome things happen in the past? I say address it. Face your fears. Address it, face your fears. For me, how I was able to overcome things that happened to me in the past, I started seeking therapy. So I went to therapy for 5 years, and I will say therapy was the best investment ever. I went to therapy for 5 years. I look at it as an investment. I don't look at it as a expensive, bill or anything like that. I look at it as this is something that's helping me mentally. This is something that is helping me overcome things that has affected me in my past. And, if you guys are not familiar with my story, I shared a little bit on my blog and on my personal Instagram page, but I lost both my parents when I was young at the age of 2. I was dealing with loneliness, growing up as an only child, a lot of things happening, and I'm still trying to comprehend as a child. So that is a lot. That can be a burden, and it can be terrifying because you feel like you don't have a voice, or you feel afraid. And I will say it did start affecting me as soon as I graduated high school. I didn't really kind of know what to do or path to take. I kind of knew what I wanted to do business-wise, but when it came down to really me, Jasmine as a person, aside from business, I didn't really know how to heal properly. And for me, therapy was a way to overcome things that happened in the past. I addressed it in therapy. We talked about it. We definitely journaled it out. It took me a while to start journaling, I'm gonna be honest, because I was not a writer. It took me a while to really journal things that maybe had hurt me, kind of like writing a letter of the things that happened in the past. Write that letter and then have a funeral for it. Burn it and release the past, release the trauma, release the hurt, release the pain, release anything that you feel bother you in your past. So once I was able to address that in therapy and talk about it, in the beginning, I was not talking about it. I was kind of I said it, but then I left it alone and only focused on the good things, right? The fun, good things that make you happy. Nobody really wants to sit and talk about things that don't make them happy. So in the beginning, I was not really healing and tapping into that. But I would say maybe year 2, year 3, when the past was starting to come taunting me, that's when I was like, okay, I got to address this, because this person, that hurted me as a child is not gonna like just disappear, like I have to address it and I have to face the fear head on. So my answer to the young lady and friend and supporter is how to overcome the past is addressing whatever it is in the past. So, I don't know personally what it could be that you are wanting to overcome, but take a moment if you can to write that letter, write out like what it is that you want to overcome, and then get a lighter, some matches, burn it, let it release, and then address it if you can address that thing or person, whatever it is. Or if you don't want to address it because you don't like confrontation, do exactly like write the letter, burn it, release it, and let it go. Let it go. And if you can, if you believe in therapy, like that has been helpful for me. Like talking it out to someone, what hurts you or what thing it is that you want to release or let go that, that's in the past, and then start working on healing yourself, like building yourself up. So for me, I was able to overcome things in the past once I addressed it. And it was like my heart was beating. Like I was, nervous, afraid, and I gained confidence once I addressed the elephant in the room, and once I did that, I felt fearless. Like I felt like, okay, if I can like overcome this thing and address it and talk about it in therapy and then address the issue or the past, then I can do anything. Like I can do anything. And I felt so empowered because I was releasing the old, and I was allowing new things to happen good in my life, and opening up different levels of myself that I didn't, maybe once see, unlayering the true Jasmine. So I hope this answers your question on how to overcome things that happened in the past. Also, I want to share another tip of something that I did on my birthday. When it's your birthday, it's like a new year for you. It's like a new calendar year. So January 1st, it's like the New Year's, right? Or New Year Day. That is not necessarily your new year. So like for you or anyone who's watching, when it's your birthday, let's say your birthday is October the 1st. On October the 1st, I would take that day, that time to meditate, to journal, to release the old. And if you can, go to the ocean, get in the water, and just like kind of like cleanse like your body. I know it might sound crazy, but like, or if you don't have access, going to the ocean or the beach, like soak in like sea salt water, like in a bathtub, and have some sea salt and light a candle and just kind of like release that old past thing, whatever it is that you want to release. So that is something I did for my 26th birthday. I went to the Bahamas by myself, and that was like the first time ever traveling out the country by myself. And I remember just laying out in the ocean and just like crying and releasing the hurt and the pain that I had in me. And I didn't realize it until I was like out there, that how good that felt to release that. And when I came back, I was able to kind of deal with things a little bit different and see things a little bit different in life, and realize that those things happened in my past for a reason, but it brought me to where I'm at today. I'm able to give back to young women and share my personal story and help them, overcome any things that happen in their life. And I'm offering, you know, I'm offering a way of giving back through my own story. So I hope this answers your question. I know it was kind of a lengthy answer, but I felt like, you know, I like to speak from my heart. And so I felt like, you know, just sharing things that I personally have done to overcome my past, I know can help, you know, anyone. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell so you get notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.